afternoon and welcome again to Daily Manna, where I've been your host for the week. Minister Russell, I've enjoyed my time sharing the good news of Jesus Christ, where we're feeding your faith, starving your doubts. Today we're moving on to Hebrews chapter 8, reading verses 1 through 6. The Bible reads, "Now the main point of what we are saying is this. We do have such a high priest who sat down at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in heaven, and who serves in the sanctuary, the true tabernacle, set up by the Lord, not by mere human beings. Every high priest is appointed to offer both gifts and sacrifices, and so it was necessary for this one also to have something to offer. If he were on earth, he would not be a priest, for there are already priests who offer the gifts prescribed by the law. They serve at a sanctuary that is a copy of the shadow of what is in heaven. This is why Moses was warned when he was about to build the tabernacle. See to it that you make everything according to the pattern shown you on the mountain. But in fact, the ministry Jesus has received is as superior to theirs, as the covenant which he is the mediator to superior to the old one, since the new covenant is established on better promises." Here, beginning of chapter 8, it gives us the main point. The main point is we do now have a high priest who sat down at the right hand of the throne. Meaning that like the other priests of Levi could never sit down, because it tells us that Moses had the instructions of how to build the tabernacle. So in the tabernacle on earth, there was no furnishings in there. There was no place for them to sit. Plus, the priests had to work all day and all night giving sacrifices. Yet, with Jesus, one sacrifice, he was finished. He is the only high priest that was able to sit down. And the Bible tells us that he sits down at the right hand of God the Father. But then verse 3 tells us that every high priest is appointed to offer gifts and sacrifices. So the Bible declares that it was necessary for Jesus to offer something in which Jesus paid it all. Jesus' priesthood had a better sacrifice than any sacrifice the Levites could have given. Jesus paid it all. Not only did Jesus have a better sacrifice, but he even has a better temple. There were plenty of priests who were qualified to serve in the tabernacle on earth that God gave Moses instructions for, but Jesus couldn't serve in that tabernacle. Jesus is only qualified to serve in the superior heavenly tabernacle priesthood. Jesus is the only one qualified. Remember when we started Hebrews 7, I said that Hebrews 7 was the foreshadowing of Jesus and things to come. Because Melchizedek had the priesthood of Jesus. You don't even know his genealogy, don't know his mother, don't know his father. And it doesn't even say when Melchizedek died. And he was a priest and a king. Here's King Jesus, who is king, and he's high priest. And Jesus came from the order of Melchizedek, who was righteous and was of peace. Jesus is righteous. Jesus is peace. Jesus is also our all in all, because he paid it all so that we can have a right to the tree of life. I'm out of time, but not out of word. I'm thankful for this opportunity to share the word with you this week in Daily Manna. Because remember, we got to feed our faith to starve our doubts, because we never know what's going to happen or what may come. But God's word is clear. He'll never leave us, nor will he forsake us. Be blessed, everybody.